freeing the mind. So in this reality that we're experiencing, it can be extremely challenging to learn to free our minds from our emotions. What we must understand that is that our emotions, or energy in motion, which is effectively our kinetic energy, it's our frequency within us, it's the frequency of who we are, what we're doing, and what we think we need to do, what we think we have done. It's everything. The energy within us is effectively a calculation or a code of which we are choosing to experience. Now, we must understand is that our present now moment, or our experience of which we're having, is only a reflection of our code, or our life. Now, if we're trying to free our mind, we're trying to imagine something, but the code of which is sending our energy. So it's very important to look at it as like a computer screen. Now, we as individuals, as expressions of light, expressions of infinite possibility, we have the ability to imagine infinite possibility. We really can. If we really put our minds to it, we can imagine anything. Anything is possible to imagine. But the reality, the density of which we're living in, is only limited to our ability to manifest to that existence. So in this reality, if we don't put things in our lives which are implementing a higher space of frequency, we are only limited to the frequency of which we're experiencing in this moment. And for many of us, we struggle in life because it's not necessarily that we're not doing enough for ourselves to raise ourselves into a state of infinite imagination, infinite possibility, infinite awareness. But a lot of the times, the things that are in our lives, the people who are around us, the people who are in our lives in this moment, are not generating enough frequency for us to evolve to our true nature, our true self. And that's why it's crucial to actually take a moment and understand the people in my life and the surroundings in my life. Is it only leading me to make decisions and choices to base my life around their experiences which they're having? Because a lot of the time when we do this, we enter a trap, a mental trap, of which connects to their kinetic energy, because everything is vibrational. And when we're entering their kinetic space, their energy space, we are now connected and limited to not only their beliefs, their imaginations, their potential, but also all the potential which is around their energy as well, because everything is connected on of potential. So one thing that if we want to free our minds, we must understand that we must free ourselves from anyone around us who is not necessarily serving us, but who is in a frequency of uncertainty. Now, nothing is negative. However, if we truthfully want to free our minds, we must believe in something. That can be anything. And as long as we believe in that something, and that can be anything, everyone is different. But if we have something to believe in, that is the footsteps of walking towards a path of difference. And our lives can become very normal and very melatonin very quickly. And then when we saturate that with all the energy around us and the people in our lives and the family in our lives, everything just becomes very stagnant. And if we truthfully want to escape from a path of which we're feeling that we don't want to walk on, or we most importantly need to free from the mental thought of of when we do step forward and we do try and walk on that new path, our minds will close that down very quickly, because this reality doesn't want people finding a path of true self, a path of true light, a path of true empowerment, because that's very dangerous for the reality which we're living in, because this reality is built on control, and in order to control, fear has been born. And as long as we're fearful, we're limited to our potential on our path which we can walk. So to summarize, to truthfully free our mind, we need to be aware of who's encountering our energetical space, and how we can find something that we love to bring a sense of higher awareness to help us through the path of detaching from energy, really. Thank you.